So many women say they want a high value man until it's actually time to have a high value man. Being with a high value man is so much more than being with a man that has money. High value men are very big on accountability. High value men tend to be very blunt and don't sugarcoat much. You may get a little time to wallow in your feelings, but eventually it's time to move on. High value men like high maintenance women. High maintenance women is not snobby women, not mean women, not rude women. High maintenance women are women who care about the exterior as much as they care about the interior. They go to the gym, they get their hair done, they get their lashes done, they get their nails done. Whatever their exterior looks like, it's always together. Wanting to go on a 6-month hiatus and just not care about what you look like when you walk out of the house is not going to work. If that high maintenance man decided that he wasn't going to go to work and stop making money and stop paying bills, there would be a problem. High maintenance men are quiet, private, and low-key. High maintenance men do not argue, they communicate. High maintenance men will walk away from an argument before continuing to engage. High maintenance men work. So no, they're not going to sit on the phone with you for an hour in the middle of the day when they're working. High maintenance men are going to teach you. They're going to pour into the places that you are lacking.
He's not single because he can't get women. He's single because most of the women nowadays are not worth the investment. Getting women is not difficult, but keeping peace, that's the rare part. Men just simply don't want to deal with the mixed signals, the attention seeking, trauma dumping. It just feels like psychological warfare and it's exhausting. We're out here battling inflation, working our asses off. So when we sit back and look at everything that is required to be in a relationship, it's just like, I'd rather stay single. A lot of women probably think that if he's single, maybe there's something wrong with him. But in reality, we really don't want to gamble our peace for temporary beauty. Now, some women can be worth it, sure. But if she's bringing stress, drama, headaches, disrespect, it's just like, yeah, I'd rather just sleep peacefully alone. Peace over beauty is key.
And a lot of these modern women are continuing to say, oh, I want a man to be bold. I want a man to grow some. I want a man to, just be a man. Just do it, regardless of what I'm doing. Just go out there and take a risk. But it seems like men are the only one taking a risk nowadays in dating. And that's the way that modern women want it. I want you to take all of the risk. Show me. And then if you meet my standards, we'll see. It's not even a, yes, this is the way we're going. It's, we'll see. I've got Chad and Tyrone that I like to go back to.
Not to put too fine a point on it, but living alone is a freaking luxury. And before anyone jumps into the comments saying not everybody can afford to live alone, yes, I know, but this reel isn't for you, and plenty of single women do live alone. Anywho, I truly think it is one of the biggest luxuries there is. Society loves to paint living alone as this sad, lonely, temporary state, like something you're just passing through on your way to a real life, or that you must be desperate to no longer live alone. But the reality? Living alone is incredible. Your space is exactly how you want it. Your time is your own. Your routines are uninterruptible. Your peace is protected. No noise you didn't choose. No compromise. No managing somebody else's moods. Just you and your pet if you have one. And it doesn't surprise me in the least that research actually shows that people who live alone often report higher levels of independence, personal growth, and life satisfaction. And research shows that single women live longer than their married counterparts. Make of that what you will. Meanwhile, a lot of married women are working full-time but still doing the majority of the domestic labour at home. So, if you're a single woman living alone, take a second and recognise this for what it is. Not something to feel sorry about, but something to feel deeply, deeply grateful for. If you're building a life that you genuinely love and you want more of that kind of energy, come and join us inside Thrive Solo, my online membership for single women. You can join the waitlist via the link in my bio.
And what you're seeing from a lot of these men, the men that women are calling or hoping to be chivalrous, the very men that they're saying, oh, he's not chivalrous, he's not a good man, he's not a gentleman, you don't know what you're talking about, quite frankly. A lot of brothers still know how to, be thoughtful, plan, and do all of these other things. It's just, first of all, you're disrespectful. Second of all, you're not really putting out anything that would make that man want to really get to know you. There ain't nothing to get to know. You're acting like a loser.
The reason why y'all boys be hella fatigued like that after throwing punches is because you tensing up the entire time you're throwing a punch. You should never tense up. Like, bro, look at a punch. Think of a punch as if it's a rope with like a stone or a rock tied to the end. When you throwing a punch, you should never flex your arm the whole time you punching. You just asking to get tired. Your muscles get tired, that's why you can't throw no more punches. Your fists should almost never be tightly balled up when you throwing a punch either. And y'all be wondering why when y'all punching a heavy bag and you wondering why your hands hurt, even though you tied your hand wraps correctly. You gotta let it flow like water. You know how Bruce Lee said water can flow or it can crash? Your fist is like the same thing. When you're throwing it, your fist is crashing. I'm not using my entire arm to try to make a power shot and be strong. We all get it. Yes, you're strong. But if you want to throw a nice punch to put somebody to sleep, you're using torque. You're using feet, hips, your whole body. It's all one big organism. I'm not just trying to be a strong man and power through no, that's not how you do that. You up your chances of knocking somebody out by throwing a nice, crisp, clean punch instead of just a strong arm punch. The best representation that I can give you is, like I said, take a rope with a stone or something tied at the end and swing it. Think of your punch as the same thing. So if I'm throwing a punch, right, my body is the rope and my fist is the stone. So that's where my power is coming from. And that's how you put somebody to sleep, bro.
I don't think these modern women really understand the level of peace that a man receives when he stops messing with modern women, when he stops entertaining modern women. No longer is it, and we can even separate the dates, right? Oh, I got to take you to this expensive restaurant. We can separate that. We can just talk about how you keep up mess every day for no reason. You're always getting into something that you have no business being in, talking about you're doing it for the plot, and I've got to listen to the nonsense when I could be thinking about making money, doing a hobby, enjoying a hobby, picking up another one. Which one do you think is more appealing?
Successful men don't want easygoing women. Hear me out. I keep seeing videos where everyone's saying successful men prefer easy women or easygoing women, submissive women. But from what I've noticed, that's not actually true. They prefer women who expand them. So I've recently come across a video explaining the research of Dr. Carol Dweck on growth mindset versus fixed mindset, where men with a growth mindset don't look for comfort, they look for development. So they'll be drawn to women who see their blind spots, challenge their thinking, hold them accountable, push them to evolve. Not because these women are demanding or difficult, but because they make them better. So men with a fixed mindset, on the other hand, prefer women that are more, or that make them feel more familiar. Something that's more easy. They want agreeable, they want comfortable, non-confrontational, because growth feels threatening when your identity is fragile. And so if you've ever been told that you're too direct, too intense, too much, good. I'm with you. That doesn't repel the right man. It repels the men that are not capable of growth. So stop shrinking to make yourself more palatable, because the right man doesn't want you smaller. He rises.
You have a lot of modern women continuing to ask, where are all the men at? How come these men are not at singles events? Well, if you were to go to an event just to get humiliated, would you go? If you were going to the event just to honestly and truly become content, Would you go? The answer's probably going to be not. I'm not coming. I'm not going to pay to be humiliated. The drinks are not going to be that good. The food's not going to be that good. We're not going to be doing anything that I want to do. So I'm not going. And that's how a lot of men think. Even if the drinks are good, even if the food is good. Okay, this looks like a place I would go, but I'm not going on that night. I'll go the next night or the night before or some other time.
Guys, these are women that you should stay far away from. And I'm going to tell you this from my experience because I was each of these women in this lifetime until I healed myself. So number one is the woman that needs a lot of attention and validation. First off, this is the beat bopper. She can go around, she can talk to everyone, and she's going to want attention from everyone around, even if you're standing next to her, because she doesn't get full validation from you. She needs dopamine hits from the people around her, whether that's at a bar, at a party, wherever. She also does not feel fulfilled within herself, so she's going to look for those dopamine hits, and when you can no longer provide those for her, she will get bored and leave you.
Women, y'all don't appreciate how good y'all got it, because any man would take you serious even though you got an air mattress if you look like this. Imagine being a dude with an air mattress and how quick you gonna be in a group chat. She'll be like, girl, he got an air mattress. And we was watching a movie and it deflated a little bit, and we was rolling into each other. And he had to get up and pump it up, and then it just said,
This is your boy, comedian Corey Holcomb, here to help you with things that they don't teach you in college, things that there really is no place where you can learn the important things in life. All right, let's start. Number one thing, your girl. If you have a woman that has the audacity to ask you where you been, do you really love me, any questions of aggression, if your girl has any questions of aggression for you and you give her money, this is what you're supposed to do. Erase the bitch out your life, guaranteed. Don't waste your time, dog. I, Corey Holcomb, comedian, #1 player information giver in the game. Let's start. Today we're gonna talk about this. Top 5 reasons your bitch get in the bed stankin'. Top 5 reasons your bitch get in the bed stankin'.
For a long time, my independence was the thing that was keeping me painfully lonely. My boyfriend and I just had an exchange, and we get a lot that we have a great relationship from what people see, and they want to know how to find a relationship like that or a partner like that. So I thought I'd share a process that I just went through in my head. So my boyfriend's leaving the room. He's leaving me, and he goes, do you want your glasses? Well, no, I didn't want my glasses and I didn't need my glasses, but my brain goes, he wants to do something for you. Let him get your glasses for you. I didn't need my glasses. I didn't want my glasses, but I recognized it was a bid. It was a bid for affection. It was a bid for connection, and something he needed. He needed to feel useful. I can get my own glasses. I can get my own money. I can get a lot of things, but I don't have to. I imagine if over time he kept asking me if I wanted this thing or if I needed this thing, and I said, no, I got it, or I can do it myself, that he would eventually stop asking, and then I would feel very underappreciated and alone.
I feel like a lot of men think that they are it. They are the prize. They have to get chose. They can make the decision.
So if 5 choosy women choose on one guy,
then he got to tell 4 of them, all right, I'm good. I got 1.
When a woman's being wined and dined by multiple men at the same time, does she have to pick? Or does she have the right to allow all those men to prove themselves?
Okay.
You gotta say yes or no.
Okay. I'm gonna let you answer that. Go over there real quick. Okay.
This is the hypocritical nature of some women in a video right here. They don't hold themselves to the same standards that they want to hold men to.
From a woman's aspect,
for sure.
If you want a man to provide a lifestyle of leisure and luxury while you get to kick your feet up and enjoy that lifestyle, how can he not be the prize in that situation? Because you are benefiting from his hard work and success.
Give me some of the examples of her attitude.
Her attitude, okay, like, we'll wake up in the morning, Your Honor. I'll tell her, good morning. What's good about the morning? I'm I'm like, Your Honor, we just woke up. What do you mean? I'm happy I'm alive. We in the store, Your Honor. She like, do you want the green beans or do you want the corn? The corn. Huh, why do you want the corn? Huh? And throw them all down the aisle. And we go to the same store, get the same food every week, and get mad. And she know what I like. She know
like
to pick
to
the
eat
corn over
junk
the
all
green
day.
beans.
That's what he want me to pick out, junk.
Okay.
He don't like eating healthy.
He doesn't like to eat healthy. Okay. When you ask him to eat healthy, how is your attitude?
So I say, would you like some?
As a man, one of the worst feelings you can go through is choosing not to talk to a woman because you know you're not where you want to be at in life. Like, I can't speak to you right now because I'm not set financially. I'm not where I want to be at. I don't have this car. I don't have this house, whatever it may be. I'm just not in the right state to be speaking to you and to be dating you. And then you let some time pass on and they end up being in a relationship. Like,
so here's a map of registered offenders in Los Angeles. All these individual little dots. I'm going to randomly click on one and you get $1 million if you accurately guess the gender. You wouldn't take those chances in a hypothetical situation, so women aren't going to take those chances in real life. For women, it is all men until proven otherwise. While women can be on this list and it's possible, it's not as probable. And that's the point here. If the small percentage of women who do it upset you, then why wouldn't the large percentage of men who do it upset you too? Because you're not an advocate against, you're an advocate against women. And that's exactly what makes you good guys so dangerous.
You really want to know why men are sick of hearing this message? It is because you said, quote, why wouldn't the large percentage of men upset you too? When men know, you know, we all know that it is not the majority of men. Even when you run the numbers, look, I did a quick Google search and you guys can check me on this, but I found that there are 750,000 offenders in the US. Let's say about 75% of them are male, because apparently Google says 25% are female, for a grand total of 562,000. The total male population is 165 million. When you do the math, that is 0.34% of males. So I think it becomes pretty clear that this message is purely to demonize men and doesn't really have anything to do with keeping women safe.
Nice guys finish last. Performative guys, nice guys, they might feel that way, but that's not reality. Some people think if they just do nice things for somebody, that means they're kind. No, they are not. I bought dinner, I did this, but now you have to do this. It doesn't come with a condition. People are not dumb. Women are not dumb. If you're not coming from a genuine place, we can sense it. That's why we say it, we prioritize kindness, because we're actually looking for real kindness, not a performative, not with the condition. Somebody who genuinely have a good heart for others and then know how to consider somebody else's feeling. That's what we're looking for. And the truly kind men, they got wives. Like, they do finish.
Here are the 6 signs of a top tier man. Are y'all ready? Let's get into it, family. Number 1, he's disciplined. And I mean disciplined in all areas. Number 2, secure within himself, without the crutches. Crutches being money, status, or looks. This type of man's security is built on him as a person, without the money and the status. This man still had a rotation. Although he's built an empire for himself, the empire doesn't make him. He made the empire. Number 3, morals, character, and integrity. A man of God. A man who lives by a certain code. A man who holds himself accountable. And who's considerate. A man of his word. Number 4, relentless ambition. A man who's resilient. Not afraid of taking risks. He does not let failure stop him. Instead failures and losses, this type of man uses that as fuel. Fuel to motivate him to go even harder. Number 5, a humble confidence. Confidence to know exactly who he is and know his worth. Humble enough to know that there's always another level. Coachable, knowing that there's always an area to improve. Number 6, a good leader. A man who leads his own life well, uses wisdom, and demonstrates the capacity and the ability to lead another life well.
When a woman pulls away, most men respond in 2 main ways. Either chase her or they go cold on her. Chasing her is going to feel like pressure, and that's actually only going to push her away. And then going cold on her is like a punishment. Both of those responses will make her nervous system tighten up. The better move that you men need to do in those situations is calm leadership. Now, if she's a woman that you want to pursue and she's worth it, then here's what you say. Gently call her out and say, I feel the shift. I'm here when you're ready to talk about it. No begging, no stonewalling. Just stay grounded in who you are and lead the situation, because women a lot of the times don't know how to communicate or what they're feeling, and they need to be led by the masculine.
Or we can go half on the bills. I don't understand that concept of going half. That makes no sense to me. There used to be a time a man took pride in taking care of his wife, and her money is her money. I would really like to see men get back in their place of being providers and having pride in that.
If a woman can find a man to get a man to do all that for him, then all right. I don't really care what women want. I care what my woman gonna do when she with me. I don't care if I'm a billionaire. I'm not about to pay for my respect. I'm not gonna pay for your submission. It's the principalities of it. If I gotta pay you to come in this house with respect, if I gotta pay you to submit to me, then I don't want your submission and I don't want your respect. I want to with somebody who gonna respect me irregardless of my money. So what you telling me is when I lose it, you ain't gonna respect me no more? You ain't gonna submit to me no more? You gonna leave me? And it's always somebody with a bigger bag. So what you saying is your respect can be bought. And if somebody around here is willing to pay you more, you gonna go respect them. I don't want that. A woman come in the door with respect and a submission for who I am as a person, and she really with me, then maybe she can earn me to do that. But that's not a given. So I don't agree with that at all. Because you buying respect, and if you buying respect, it ain't really respect.
All right, here we go. How to lose a girl quickly in 2026, okay? Pay close attention. 1, get her flowers. 2, be intentional, take her on dates. 3, ask the important questions early. Just ask those ones like, are you ready for something serious? Like, do you want to be a girlfriend? Do you want to be a wife? And here's another one. Oh, pay attention. They hate this one. Give them assurance. Tell her that she's the only girl that you're talking to and actually mean it. You actually mean that? Oh, you will lose her faster than ever, man.
Crazy, and then you fool around and get the repercussions of your actions. That's what happens. Good on her for coming up here and taking accountability. I definitely applaud that. Listen, man, I don't want nobody to lay hands on nobody unless it's absolutely necessary. But if you come out here, people need to understand that actions have reactions. Bad decisions have consequences, not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You don't think that you're going to get away with these things. It's best that you stop now and turn back before these things catch up with you. But for this particular situation, which people have talked into the ground, you decide to come out here, continue to put your hands on men, continue talking to men any kind of way, and then you don't expect consequences. And to come to think out of all that, it was an allergic reaction. But people still held on to, oh, but allergic reaction aside, it's the way your true feelings came out. The true feelings about somebody going out there and spitting and slapping people in the face, yes, it came out. If I was on the playground, my daddy taught me, don't let nobody put their hands on you. But for some reason, some of these women out here miss that lesson, and they decide to take over the, oh, don't touch a woman. They decide to come out here and put their hands on men. Keep your hands to yourself, please, for your safety and everybody else's. But that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.
Somebody asked, why can't I stop feeling guilty even after I prayed and asked God for forgiveness? Because you're human. The fact that you feel convicted is actually a good sign. It shows that your heart is changing. There are people out here doing the worst things imaginable, and they don't feel guilty at all. They don't even think twice about what they've done. So don't beat yourself up because you still feel that weight. Conviction can be a part of the healing process. But here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to let guilt convince you that God didn't forgive you. That is the enemy trying to keep you stuck in something that God wants to free you from. Keep praying every single day. Ask God to help your heart receive the forgiveness that He's already offering. Ask Him to replace guilt with peace and shame with grace. Healing does not happen overnight, but I promise you, if you keep walking with God and trusting Him, one day you're going to look back and realize that guilt no longer has a hold on you. Okay? Good morning.
Ask everyone to rate their own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7.
I'll pick a 6.
Kate, what about you?
10.
Love it.
8.
10. 8.
8, okay.
I'll give my face a 10.
Okay, what about you?
I would say a 9.
1.
This is the most ridiculous numbers I've ever heard in my life.
This is actually...
Why
no,
would
go
I
ahead.
not
You
be
can go
able to
ahead.
say
I'll-
I think I'm a 9?
Because you're not. It's not even in any
are we
conceivable universe
are
in
we going
anywhere
off-
that there's
Hey,
alien
Gorlock
life or
said
you're
10,
a 9.
so
This is the most beautiful women on planet Earth are a 9. Where are these delusional? Come, I gotta have a smoke.
What do you think if you were in a room with a cross section of 100,000 men? What do you think they would rate you on average?
A 1.
9.
I would still think they would rate me an 8. Have lost a ton of weight. I do even though I'm a little more baggy, I actually have a pretty general preferred body type. I do have plenty of men who come up to me in places and find me attractive and message me, and I have followings on social media, and I don't understand why, just because I'm covered up. I have a very preferred curvy body type. Yeah, I would think I would be an 8 in most men's eyes. If they were all 100 men rated me, yeah, I would.
Okay, what about you, Lola?
10.
If submission to your husband is dependent on his behavior, it's not submission, it's manipulation. Why is that? Because God told you to submit to your husbands in everything. He didn't tell you to have a caveat. I'll submit if he does what I say. I'll submit if he acts right. I'll submit when he doesn't offend me. That's not submission, ladies. And the problem that many of you are having in your marriages and in your homes is that you want to make submission a transactional engagement when submission is really a spiritual assignment from God. If this offends you, good. I meant to, because you're out of order. If you want to get in order, type apply. If not, keep scrolling.
I finally understand why so many men are resentful toward beautiful women, and I mean this sincerely, because my ultimate dream is to be a stay-at-home mom and just cook and clean and do Pilates all day, every day. That is the pinnacle for me. And that is an aspirational yet attainable goal for me and for women like me, because all I have to do is fall in love and get married. There's a 50-50 chance of that happening in my life. And whereas if I were a beautiful man, the likelihood of me having that same lifestyle is slim to none. You can be a beautiful man and still have to work your freaking butt off. And that realization just occurred to me, and it makes me so sad. And I'm not even taking into consideration the majority of men, which the majority of men are average looking. So they can't even access a beautiful woman unless they are successful or hilarious. So when you see all these women accumulate exorbitant wealth or have this amazing lifestyle, all due to their beauty, how do you not end up growing this insidious resentment and bitterness toward that group of people? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it sucks, it's unfair, and I get it.
If she's dressing sexy to go out without you, she is already dressing up for somebody else. Women do not prime their faces, glue on their lashes, and squeeze into outfits that scream, look at me, for nobody to see. They do it for the eyes that want locked onto them. They'll say, it's just a girl's night out. I'm just blowing off steam. I just want to look pretty for myself and for my girls. Get the out of here with that narrative. A committed woman does not broadcast available energy to strangers, ever. When the effort flips away from you, the loyalty already walked out the door hours ago. That is the difference between attention versus commitment, validation from strangers versus your respect, and thirsty orbiters versus one consistent man. Which one is she choosing right now? A real man does not allow that crap. He doesn't beg for her to come home early, and he does not play detective or interrogate her the next day. He just doesn't do that. A real man puts his foot down right away, quietly, firmly, and finally. You were not built to chase a woman who is auditioning for somebody else. So quit playing backup to the guy or guys she's having fun with while you're at home. Know your damn value, or leave before she does. It's your choice.
the most you think a man would spend on you?
I mean, you know, these is broke nowadays, so I guess like $100 minimum.
Can I ask you a question real quick? So you see her right here, right? How much you spending? This is a bid. I'm gonna start at $10. $10, $10, $10, $10. $10. Okay. That's the most you gonna spend?
I don't even know her like that. Why would I be?
I'm broke. I can't afford it.
Blowing a bag on her. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Okay.
Not doing that.
How you even bring him into the video?
Wait, listen. I guess.
I'm broke.
I'm mad broke.
Broke.
First of all, he ain't even on that. Fucking mad.
Okay, cool.
For Wendy's
Let's bring it over here.
He's crazy. TYN is crazy.
And this is what modern women do when they get humbled, when they get rejected. You want to say that men are broke, you want to insult them, but then when it comes time for you to get humbled and rejected, now you want to yap and talk and do all that other stuff. Go sit down.
Boundaries are getting mislabeled as insecurity.
What are you guys?
Firefighters.
Would it be bad if a guy said like this was his red flag?
Yeah.
Why?
You're insecure. Yeah.
When someone can't tolerate a boundary, the easiest move is to make the person setting it feel wrong, label it, belittle it, so they don't have to deal with it.
But what if you wanted like an exclusive vibe?
Another girl.
Even if the boundary itself makes sense.
If you were in Walmart in your underwear, how would you feel?
Uncomfortable? Yeah.
How do you feel right now?
I mean, Halloween.
They can see their own discomfort, but they can't see it in someone else when it clashes with what they want.
Don't want to be with a man that's insecure.
So if he doesn't want you just showing
That's toxic.
he's insecure.
Yeah.
And I know there are people that won't say anything so they can avoid the argument and the label that comes with it. But if you're generally bothered by your girl's joints bouncing up and down the sidewalk and you stay quiet, that doesn't make you confident. That makes you resentful. When every boundary gets labeled as insecurity, real communication stops.
Once the ladies see this, they're gonna hate me for this. So guys, here you go. If you're a single guy, never date a woman that has kids. All you're doing is you're paying for someone else's kid. My ex is currently married to somebody and that guy has kids of his own, and on top of it, he's gotta pay for mine too. And it's like, hey dude, you wanna pay for my kids and take them out to dinner and do all that stuff? More power to you. I'm happy that you're doing it, but I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna be doing that. The double standard doesn't work the other way, because when a woman dates a man with kids, she doesn't end up paying for those kids. He pays for his own kids. And the biggest reason why you wouldn't wanna do that, what if you're dating the girl for 4 or 5 years, or you're married to her, and now you grow an attachment to this kid, and then you break up or get a divorce? You're gonna have no legal recourse to see that kid if he's under 18. Not only are you gonna lose her, but you're gonna lose that kid too.
And, you know, modern women, a lot of them thrive on what's out there. I'm doing it for the plot. What's next? But, you know, unless there's a little bit more uncertainty, especially in dating, men don't really thrive off of that same thing. And so, you know, when you run into the same thing over and over again and it gets expensive, then for a lot of men, that curiosity stops. I'm not really curious anymore about it because I already know what's going to happen. I already know what's going to happen. So I'm not really curious anymore. I'm more so tired. I'm more so frustrated. I'm more so upset. I'm no longer excited at the potential to meet somebody because for, you know, going out with these modern women, it ends poorly. So I'm at that point in time, a lot of men just check out. They just go their separate ways. I'm just going to keep on doing my thing. Don't worry about me.